Welcome to the channel. This is Carl Brooks, Detroit Love, with another video. Hope you enjoy it. How to remove bezels and other fixes for your modification.
So we're going to do a little maintenance on this system before we let anybody loose on it. Now you notice on this game here, it has these side bezels, which would be cool if you didn't already have side bezels. But this is really designed for if you had this system on your 50-inch TV, you're going to have a whole lot of room on the side of the game, and it sort of makes it look like you had an arcade. When you're actually on an arcade box, that's not necessary. So there's a couple of ways you can do this, and it doesn't hurt to do both ways just to ensure that you got it covered. Whenever you're in a game, if you press the select and the coin button, so player one and the coin button for player one at the same time, they'll exit the game. If you do the coin button and your Y button at the same time, you'll get this quick menu. In the quick menu, you can go down to options, or I'm sorry, on-screen overlays. You hit the A button to enter that, and right now display overlays is set to on, so you just use your joystick to go to the right, and I'll switch it to off, and then you can back out. High overlay and menus, that's on, so that's good. Show input on overlays, we got that off because we're not using overlays. And now we're gonna back up. So we back out, and then we want to go down to the bottom to configuration overwrite option. Hit OK here. It gives you two options: save core overwrites and save game overwrites. If you do core, it's going to change it for every game in this particular area, which I believe is arcade. So it doesn't hurt to say the core, but if you know it's just one game, then you can just save game overwrites for just that game. But we're going to say core, so we're going to hit OK. At the bottom, you'll get a confirmation: overrides saved successfully. Now we back up out of here, and we go back to quick menu and resume game. Now you see that overlay is gone. Okay, and we'll just test it with another game, so we'll exit. This is Street Fighter 2. Let's just go up here to Hyper Street Fighter 2, launch that. This little arcade screen, we're going to get rid of this as well with a customized graphic. So this game's launching. Throw some coins in or hit the button. And it looks like there's no overlays here. So we're good. So we're going to exit. All right. Now that would affect this particular game, but if you do say something that's on Neo Geo, it may not be the case. So we'll launch a game here and see. We're going to change that screen as well, and we'll see if it has overlays here. Yep, so you see overlays there. So I'll show you the other way. So what game was this? This was the Art of Fighting 2. All right, so we're going to back out of here, and we're going to go down to the Retropie menu. Hit the A button, and so you have this thing called RetroArch bezels. We can go into that, and we can hide. This thing lets you show or hide, so we're going to hide a bezel, which is number 1. Hit OK. And so we want to hide it in arcade, so we just hit OK and then process it. Take a few seconds. We'll go down to Neo Geo, and we'll process that. And if you know you're going to have games in any of these other categories, you can do them there as well. I don't believe we're going to have any, maybe FBA. So we're hiding the bezels. All right, so now we can just exit. So this was the retro arch bezels. If we go to the top of this list, there's a bezel project, and we can just disable that as well. Hey Google, turn the storage off. Just get rid of that light in the back. Okay, so here it says download, enable, disable. So we're going to disable the system bezel pack. And for what? We're going to do it for arcade. And I think that's all that we have here that we will use. Vital Burn Alpha, I'll do it there as well. Okay, now we can exit. And now if we go back over to the Neo Geo, run our Street Fighter 2, we shouldn't have any bezels. And you see we don't. Okay? Alright. So that was a little bit of housekeeping. And so we'll back out and we'll go to the main menu. This is the emulation station main menu. I got here by just hitting the player one coin button. Not the coin button, but the start button from the main screen. So I'll exit out. So when I'm here on the main screen where I can't back up any farther, I can hit that button, the start button for player one, and it'll bring this up. All right. So user interface settings, UI settings. Here's what my recommendations are. That you have it in full, but there's another option that we'll use later. Screen saver. If you're going to be in full, you can use this. If you're going to be in key, which we'll talk about later, you may not want to have this screensaver on at all. But here I got a random video. The video's gonna go for 30 seconds. It's gonna show you what the name of the video that's being played is at the start and the end of it. And I'm not stretching to the screen. Okay. So quick system select is on. That means when you're on the screensaver, you can, I believe it means you can play that game by hitting the start button. We got the carousel transitions on. Instant is on. They have the other kind, slide and fade, but instant seems to work the best when you're booting to a particular group like the Street Fighter here. So we got the theme set to showcase. That means these icons are on the side and it showcases the game in the center. The game view style is automatic. That means when you're viewing the game, it automatically shows the video, the graphic, the video, and all the information. And we want Street Fighter to launch when we start up emulation station, because this is a Street Fighter box. Okay, and we turn off the on-screen help. You can leave that on until you get used to knowing what buttons do what to navigate the menu, but once you know that, turn it off. It really gets in the way of showing what your counts are for your the number. Like you see the bottom, there's 137 games in that one section. You wouldn't see that if you had the on-screen help on, because it would overlay. All right, game collections. These are the icons that you see on the side. Last play, I turned that off because it doesn't seem to work very well. Favorites, we'll leave that on in all games. And then custom game collections. These are these were made by the person that designed this image. And there's particular games that are set up in these things. So you can turn these things on or off. And because there's a fighting cabinet, I got on Mortal Kombat, I got on Capcom, I got on SNK, Street Fighter. I think that's it. Okay. All right. Now you'll see later, Capcom has some fighting games, but all kinds of other things on this custom collection. I'll show you how to remove things that you don't want there as well. All right, so we'll back up out of here. Group unthemed custom collections on. I think I have that off. And I don't sort the custom collections and systems. All right, so go back. All right, other settings. Here, I just have the power save. I think it's normally disabled, but I have that on enhanced. Show hidden files is off. The OMX player is on. Save metadata when you exit. All right. If you hadn't configured your joysticks yet, you'll go here to do that. And you want to, because this is a Street Fight cab, you want those to be set up the same way the graphics are. Otherwise, people can get confused. All right. So, I think we're ready to start working on the boot up.
If you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and make some comments for what you want to see next.